Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday Let's Play ThreatGEN Red versus Blue, where we take full advantage and jump into the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue cybersecurity game-based simulation platform and learn cybersecurity best practices, as well as have a good time, whether we're playing as the red team or the blue team. And we've got a great stream for you today, just like every Wednesday. Today, we will be jumping into the platform, but I will not be playing. I will be facilitating, hosting, and bringing cybersecurity practitioner perspective to a gameplay that is going to be played by community beta tester and longtime, member of kind of the ThreatGEN community, Alex Goodwin, who has a deep, and when I say deep, I'm talking like you can't see the bottom, deep understanding of the game mechanics and the different elements of how the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue platform actually operates. So it's going to be a really great stream. If you just got into the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue platform and you're not 100% sure how to kind of move about it, maybe not sure how real life practitioner adapts into the gameplay mechanics. It's going to be really, really interesting, educational, and a lot of fun. I'm personally excited. I know Alex will be able to help me level up my game in the platform, and I know he'll be able to help you. So let's get into it and have a good time. All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, Alex. How are you today?
Morning, Jerry. Morning to everyone in chat. Hey there, Simon.
Absolutely.
Hey, Cactoid.
Yep. Want to say what's up to so many people in chat. I don't know, Alex, if you can see the chat on the side. Hopefully you can.
Some of them.
Yep. Cyber Munchkin, Just a Bite, Nightshade, Alicia, Jerry, China's in here, regulars, Cactoid Jim, great members of the community, and I know we're going to have a banger today. So, Alex, many of the ThreatGEN community members are aware of you and your accomplishments, but for those of you, or for those who are coming maybe from the Simply Cyber or just happen to stumble upon the stream, can you just give us a little bit of background of who Alex Goodwin is, and then let's jump into the platform?
You mean just related to Red versus Blue, or just
yes, okay. Exactly.
Okay, well, as I said, it was blimey, nearly 8 months, nearly 7 months ago now, middle of April. I tripped over this thing on Steam called Red versus Blue and thought, hey, this looks fun. Bought it. It was a half price sale, I think, and then it sort of went downhill from there. I sort of just played it because I'm a bit of a programmer by background. So reported a lot of bugs, got thrown off email support. Apparently Clinton reckons that is a badge of honor. And eventually ended up promoted up to the beta testing community and given free platform access in sort of I believe, like I said, in thanks for my services, helping debug the platform and just sort of and trying to help new people, which is my main goal today here, is just trying to help everyone here try to understand the platform a little better as both red and blue, because the poachers need to know the gamekeeper's tricks and vice versa, and thus improve that a bit. And if I can pull off a win, well, great, but that's sort of a secondary goal.
All right. Well, I think we're in for a real treat. Now, we talked about this. You will be playing as the red team today. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. So Alex will be playing as red team. Before we dive into the platform, Alex, what is your strategy today so people can kind of like frame what they're about to experience?
Okay. Well, so this is my first, obviously, as I'm not sure if some of our watchers, listeners, viewers are aware, there is two major win conditions. One is destroy the process, like damage blue team's process. The other is send them broke. Now, as we've had a chat off stream, I'm going to focus on damaging the process. Obviously, if I have to swing to sending them broke, we'll pivot, but so be it. Now, there's three major attack vectors Red can use to actually execute on that goal. First one is cyber, like classically what you think of as hacking.
Mm-hmm.
Second is social engineering, like tricking people into downloading links, like spear phishing, email compromise, and the like. And the third is the physical side of things, which I think Clint has waxed lyrical at length about, where they jump the fence and actually break or talk their way in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to use at least 2 of those vectors, if not 3, just to try to sort of show you that this is one way to do it. I have to emphasize this is only one way how I play. This is not the way. Hopefully, there is no one true way, because that just gets boring game wise.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like,
it.
the game's a little different every time too, because it does have adaptive, active adversary AI playing against you, who you'll be playing against today. So every game is a bit different.
Yep.
So, all right, well, chat, you guys know the rules. If you got questions, if you want to throw in comments, throw them in chat. We'll throw them up as the game goes. But Alex, are you ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's get started. And I said I'm going to go into the teeth of an unknown map, a random map. Let's see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Let's dig in. So we are playing ThreatGEN Red versus Blue. You can learn more at threatgen.com. Alex is just setting up the kind of the rules, if you will, of this particular match. These are the default settings that come up.
All right. And close that. We'll start play.
Yep.
Obviously single player, because red team.
Yep.
And random, because I said unknown map. So one of our first tasks will be to figure out which map we're on. Yes, people like David E, who could probably do this twice before breakfast, but let's just try to show them one way how it's done. Okay, so there's the start game. So fair warning, my style of teaching thing may be a bit of an info dump. So if people are getting lost, speak up. I can't read your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll facilitate chat, guys. Remember, the whole point of this stream, Alex and I have lots of experience playing the game, lots of experience, in practicing cybersecurity, at least on my side. So, this is for you guys. So if you have questions, if a decision is being made and you want to understand why, drop it in chat. We're here. This is a community stream. Hop in. Let's roll.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to. Obviously, right now we have no idea what map.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm going to probably go initially for social engineering route. So we get our OSINT going.
Let me get rid of our names. There we go.
Yep. Persistence. So when we do compromise a machine, we can cover our tracks or ultimately possibly set up a covert attack later. Of course, it's 4 turns, so I'd like to get that going early. And then obviously, of course, we're going electronic social engineering. We need to research electronic social engineering. Okay, that's my action cue. Basically, I'm just setting up laying groundwork from the first way I'm trying to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to end turn and then buzz through the next turn because everyone's busy.
Right, and you're going to buzz through the turns because all of your resources are currently allocated.
Yeah.
There's no
I've got no one available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's busy.
Cactoid Jim does bring up a great point. There will be more maps coming with version 2.0, and that's going to really mix things up and really, add a new dimension to the gameplay. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so for live in constant chaos, it does vary. Sometimes I, like now, come up with a strategy, try it, and adapt to needed. Sometimes I just dive in and see what happens. All right, so we got that electronic SE landed. Persistence is still cooking. So let's try. I'm going to try a spearfish attack.
This early, huh? Okay.
Well, most likely red. Well, what defenses does blue have in play?
Okay. All right. No, that's a good point. I just wasn't sure if you had to develop your skill around.
Yeah,
social
I've already
engineering.
done one research electronic SE already off the bat, and we'll
And
see
spear
how it
phishing
goes.
does take 3 turns, right? So
Yes.
when
Yeah,
you're
3
making your
resources.
decisions, are you kind of playing out like when are these things going to resolve?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's a great point because coming into it, I've noticed on the, hey Carrie, I've noticed on this. I noticed quite a few Steam players like a very early segment, like where they start this network segmentation turn 4 and land at turn 7. So if I'm up against that, I'm going to hold off the spearfish till turn 4 so I can land after. I get something like that so I can land after they segment the network and I'm not cut off from the asset I've just compromised.
Oh, nice. That's actually that's a great point, Alex. And that's more of an advanced technique because when I was saying, spear phishing and order of operations, I'm thinking, okay, spear phishing takes 3 turns to resolve, and electronic SE research takes 2 turns. So you could technically schedule electronic SE now and spear phishing now, and you would be able to level up before the spear phishing actually resolves. But you're talking about actually dynamically related to your opponent's position. Interesting.
Yeah, essentially it's threat modeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I'm facing an opponent who likes to segment very early, well, I'm going to do a bit more research and slow up a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're up against the AI, which is not anywhere near as early, like turn 10, I think. So again, this will be another everyone busy.
Yeah. So let me address chat really quick. DG BSEX asking what we got going on here. We are playing ThreatGEN Red versus Blue, and we have community member and beta tester Alex Goodwin actually piloting it. He is an incredibly advanced skill as far as gameplay, game mechanics, and understanding advanced techniques. So this is like a power user stream for gameplay, and we are also discussing the cybersecurity, practical world implications of the actions he's taking. Let it fly, Alex.
Yeah, so everyone's busy, so flick through. I'm gonna scoot through.
What's up, Carrie? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jeremy Williams. Great to have you here.
All right, we've got persistence. The spearfishing is in flight. Now, what I don't want to do is do anything that takes more than 1 turn, because what happens if I've spearfished an X risk? Like something which gives me direct proxy control of at least 1 PLC.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. So I'm going to just do default creds just because I need something 1 turn. That's a nice fit. And she's 1 and done. I could do weak password, but potato.
Yeah, that's a tip that Greg gave me during the tournament, actually, like in between rounds, when I was just kind of discussing it with him, is that default creds, that really is a Boolean value. You either, if an asset has default creds in place, it's going to hit if you have done the research, and it is really just a 1-turn research. So it's very, very nice. It's a nice one.
All right, so that's everyone busy. Let the spearfish resolve and see if and where and how we.
All right, luck be a lady. Let's see.
Well, I've got something. I'm just gonna clear through those. Okay, it looks like we've got a user. So let's have a tracks host scan, because remember we're still trying to get an idea of what map we're on. I got a little sidetracked in setting up the social engineering.
So and before you pass the turn, I want to discuss this for a moment. So I'll let you make your decisions, and then we can discuss.
All right, so we're covering tracks. We're doing a host scan just to see. Okay, the network's probably not segmented yet. Let's see how many assets are there, and we'll get some more electronic SE going because I'm going to try another fish.
All right. So you got an asset in the network, and the first thing you did, you didn't even really think about it. It was immediately cover tracks, host scan.
Yeah.
Is that your standard operating procedure once you compromise an asset at any point in the game, or just at the beginning, third of the game?
Well, it sort of depends what I'm aiming for, but yeah, early I try to cover the tracks if I haven't done a covert attack, which I don't believe you can do. I don't believe you can do on phishing attacks.
Mhm.
So when the compromise does get rumbled, there's less there for forensics to get, less threat intel, and also
Mhm.
less chance of it being detected. And also, it is a bit of a habit this early in the game.
Yeah, it's still trying to be stealthy, right?
Yeah, cover tracks, host scan, research.
All right, let's do it. Good to see you, Jared Pierpoint. All right, you're getting green lights all along the way.
Okay, this looks like because that relative paucity of assets. This looks like we're on the manufacturing map. Just so the other two maps would have more things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another gameplay point. I
Yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
like that.
No, actually, I didn't. Actually, I didn't. Carrie. I actually got Picard. Maybe he's off growing hair at somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry,
All
I've
right.
got the sounder ready for when you find Carl.
If I find Carl.
Yes.
All right. Well, research electronic SC.
So I have a question for you, Alex, because a lot of players get to this point, and I'm always struggle with you could burn a lot of your resources and start, like scanning and enumerating these various assets, but it's almost whack-a-mole or random chance, right? There's no information. So what do you like to do? Do you like to just ignore these until the segmentation happens, or do you start to grind into them? What's your game strategy?
Right now, as a sort of a hedge against the having to pivot, I'm actually going to give old Baldy a hard time here. Get data exfil, disruptive malware, because I'm guessing it's in the user segment, but no, it could be on. Actually, wrong. It is in the user segment on the manufacturing map. So if I get the exfil and malware going, that continues until Blue does something about it, even if I've lost access to the asset.
Okay.
When the segmentation lands.
Interesting. Another game mechanic element that I did not know about. I am learning just as much as you are, chat, about this, and I work for the company.
So yeah, we'll give Picard a hard time, and then we'll get the spearfish going.
Absolutely.
Okay, they all started malware, exfiltrate data. Now this is probably where you're going back for your order of operations, which doesn't matter as much. Okay, electronic SE, and I will do something a little different. I'll try a social media campaign, just to show it off to our viewers.
Okay.
Now, because this is where the order of operations comes in, because they're queued on the same turn and have the same time, like they both take the same amount of turns, they'll resolve in the order of how they were queued. So with the electronic SE will resolve first, and it'll then immediately boost the campaign.
That's a great point, and one that newer players like live in constant chaos should definitely take note of. It is a FIFO stack, right? So or a philo stack, like so. If you think of it as a true stack, it pops off the top of the stack.
No, it's more of a queue. First in, first out. Stacks last in, first out.
First in, last out. Yeah, but yeah. Because you click on social media campaign, then electronic SE, right? Okay, yeah, you're right. So just think of it basically as the top of the queue is going to be popping off and changing game state as it grinds through.
Yeah.
Like this is one particular example, but the time that I see it most often in my gameplay is when you're activating incident response and you're trying to maximize your actions at that point. Yeah.
Well, generally what I do, not just sorry for the sidetrack. What I do there, if say you have cause to enter IR, like say there might be a box compromised in a segment, like you might drop patches in the box on that segment, then at the very end trip IR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely. As another example of action ordering, said Aaron has explained why they did it this way, and there's basically so they can always answer the question at which action happened first.
Yes.
All right. Now,
So real
research
quick,
also.
Solomon asks a quick question from LinkedIn. What part of the game is ideal for government defense organizations? Well, Solomon, this platform has a couple different use cases. One is to educate and train up cybersecurity practitioner staffs to see and respond to different circumstances and understand and appreciate what workflows would look like. And also, we're not demonstrating it today, but the platform is fully robust to be able to deliver dynamic, engaging tabletop exercises for incident response tabletop testing. All right, please continue, and I'll answer a couple more LinkedIn questions as we get time.
All
please
right,
continue.
Everyone's busy, so.
All right, hold on. So LinkedIn user asks, are there any restrictions around implementing this in a university level course? Contact us. There is EULA around the Steam version, and then there's the professional version, which is what we're playing on right now, which has some different EULA. But there are multiple universities in the United States that are actually leveraging ThreatGEN Red versus Blue as part of the core curriculum in the cybersecurity classes. So reach out to us if you can, LinkedIn user, because you're anonymous right now and I don't know who you are. But go to this URL, ThreatGEN.com. You can see it in the blue part, white font down below, ThreatGEN.com, and you can get in touch with us to answer that question in greater detail. Please continue, Alex.
Yeah, and also Cactoid Jim. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. The research bonus landed, then the campaign hit.
Nice. So what did we get? I didn't see the action.
Network segmented.
Oh yes. Okay. Yep.
Bit earlier than I was expecting, but these things happen.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're
campaign's running. So right now I'm just. And the sure as eggs is eggs. If I do some research, I'll pop a box next turn. So that's.
You're saying like you'll have assets tied up.
Yeah. Now the thing is, my electronic SE is fairly high, is reasonably high.
Yes.
And after the first, I believe after the first sort of chunk, each next research halves the gap remaining, so the returns diminish over time.
Mm-hmm.
So I may not want it. I'm not probably looking at doing electronic SE because that's probably high enough, at least where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
But thinking ahead to the second part of this little demo, is I'm going to start working on our physical recon. So it's because that's a prerequisite for running on site.
I love it. And remember, for those of you who were here a few minutes ago, Alex Exil's traded data and has installed disruptive malware on one of the end user's workstations, which he can no longer see, but it is still, until Blue Team activates IR and cleans it up, it is actively dumping value to Alex.
All right, so I got lucky. All right, everyone's still busy because the campaign and physical recon.
Mm-hmm. How many turns do you like to run a campaign, Alex?
It depends. Sometimes I can run it for like 5-10 turns. Longest I had, I think, was about 25 because I forgot about it. That was more my error than anything.
Yeah, are you getting a lot of strikes between 10 and 25 turn?
I really can't. I really actually can't remember about that one, so I'm not honestly probably not as much. Cactoid, yeah. No, actually, you sure about that, Cactoid? About even if I can't see the resource, I'll know whether it gets cleaned or paved.
He's saying that in between turns when you get the notifications at the beginning, Cactoid Jim is saying that it'll notify you that pivot lost.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's a good tip.
Right.
I like that.
All right. So we'll get the human social engineering research going.
I like it.
And a ruddy course.
Nice. Very nice. Hold on. Let me. Ooh.
You're kidding. I can't do a damned thing about it.
You can't get to the AD server right now?
Everyone's busy. between the
Oh,
campaign
yeah, that sucks. And
and
that's
the
a really
research and the
juicy asset.
humanicity. Yeah. So I'll still. This is a more of a personal preference thing. I like putting them roughly where they are on the blue team map, just so I can look at a glance, say, hey, right, that's the service segment. Up here's user, DMZ, process, field. Just personal preference thing. Obviously, I just find it easy to keep track of. That's entirely up to how you want to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll have to grumble and try to cover my tracks next turn.
What a nice. Who, by the way, who's checking social? Like, guys, from a professional perspective, what, like, AD server compromise through a social media campaign? That means that Carl is literally checking Facebook from AD, like from the domain controller. That's what that means, which is horrible practice. Horrible practice. Don't allow that in your environment.
I'm gonna cover tracks and see how long since I've launched this turn 8, so I should be going 6 turns. So I'm probably going to pack it up reasonably soon. Just right now, I'm covering tracks on the AD server, and
Nice.
and if I don't get another asset, I'll probably get data exfil going.
Yeah. How much now? You've compromised the AD server. Do you like you personally? Do you enjoy keeping the campaign going, or do you like get an asset and then end the campaign so you can start getting more resources?
It actually sort of depends. I said, and also because just if I'm not sort of playing to teach, if I'm just sort of pulling out the stops against, say, I get someone on Steam or whatever. I do kind of like running the campaign a little bit, but ultimately I'm going to need the resources, because obviously in this part, of course, we're going to be swinging from social engineering to running on site. I'm going to need those resources so I can change locations.
Okay. Really quick, AFTAB Khan asks, what are we looking at, Caldera? No, AFTAB, this is ThreatGEN Red versus Blue, the cybersecurity game-based simulation platform. And right now, Alex Goodwin, who's directly beneath me, is piloting the game as a red team threat actor, attempting to take over a manufacturing organization.
I'm busy, so click it over. Okay, tracks covered. Get some data exfil going. Again, everyone's busy, so I'm leaning to we're going to finish out that campaign probably next couple of 2-3 turns, unless something else lands.
Richard wants to know if you're executing the cyber kill chain right now.
I'm not actually sure.
Yes, so I would say no, Richard. So Alex is kind of highlighting a couple different techniques that the red team has at its disposal. He's not necessarily executing on a linear line of get to the goods and achieve the action on objective. He did do recon compromise, and now he's kind of doing iterations of it. But the fact that he's even research going on site, which is not aligned to his initial strategy, just kind of highlights, that you're not necessarily adhering strictly to the cyber kill chain.
All right. I'm going to end the campaign, which is a free action, because I'm going to need those resources, and I'm going to try installing ransomware in the AD server.
Nice. Everybody likes that.
Oh, I don't know. You may not like it if you're the CISO.
No. But I'm not the CISO today.
Yeah.
I am merely the facilitator. I would puke if my DC got ransomware. I literally would vomit and then get my stuff together.
Cacti Gyms, I'm also trying to build some notoriety, which helps with the recruit hackers. So that's why I'm trying to, if I ransom the box, detonate the ransomware, go on site, possibly end up assisting the constabulary with their inquiries. Then while I'm cool on my heels, it's probably a good time to actually recruit.
That's right. It's a good point. It's a master class in playing this game.
Oh, God, yeah. Carrie, you've been ran somewhere. Yeah, I like it. I'm just glad I wasn't sipping any tea at the time.
Carrie's always got jokes like that. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Okay. All right, we have the ransomware.
Boom, baby, boom.
Yep, so I'm going to
finish him.
Cook that off. I mean, like that may also distract blue from the box, the exfilling box in the user segment.
I like it.
Now I'm gonna do a little more prep. Actually, prepare a covert attack. Carrie, don't apologize. You've been working on refining them since 1989.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to rev up.
What are you thinking?
I'd probably rev up the human SE to help talk my way on site.
Nice, very nice.
Because I've been watching you stream so long, try to keep everyone busy. Yeah, so that covert attack will take a couple of turns.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something I want to. Because ideally, what I'm trying to do with the just more to show off and show something for our viewers is make a run. Is at least try to make a run on site, penetrate to the server room, and Trojan the Siam.
I like it. It'd be interesting. I'd love to see what happens when you get in the server room. I've been in the server room a few times and not really know what I'm doing in there, within the context of the game, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just try to obviously we were just enumerating the firewall to amuse ourselves.
Alex, how has playing this game educated you within cybersecurity practices?
Well, it's sort of shown how, like I said, because it's the strategic operational level stuff, like flagpole and Commonwealth Forces parlance, it sort of taught me how it all sort of hangs together. And then try hack me, then sort of down in the details, like why would you be doing X, Y, Z? Oh, to open up, like to try to move laterally into this network segment.
B-Sex dropping jokes here. He saying that I don't know what I'm doing in a server room. It's been a minute since I've been in there. B-Sec. He's got jokes, man, this guy. I love it.
Okay, so that's our covert attack is prepped.
Say it again. I'm sorry. The sound effects got me.
All right, our covert attack is prepped. I'm going to gin up some physical security because I believe that's what drives, like when you're actually searching something, like actually doing physical recon on site. I believe your physical security level helps there. And we're going to take one turn to the perimeter, one turn to the corporate office, and then one turn to the server room.
Okay.
So it should land before we get too ensconced. Okay, perimeter, obviously method is irrelevant because you walk up. Now, see, this depends on what physical defenses blue have in place. Because if they got nothing, I'm just going to waltz in.
Right.
If they got more, then I'm going to find it more problematic. All right, we read the perimeter.
I love being on the perimeter and throwing USB devices. That's like my favorite thing.
Yes, I had to leave something out. I don't have that many turns and all that long to actually go through with everything. But yeah, USB is fun. Now, obviously, I'm gonna move the corporate office because of the overall goal I outlined. Okay, so let's go to corporate office. And it's also, if I get arrested, it helps my notoriety, helps my chance of recruiting people while I'm assisting the constabulary.
Nice, dude.
Okay, we got in.
Boom.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Now this is okay. Check. Okay, they've got locks in place.
How can you tell?
Clone ARFID badge is available.
Oh, so that's a variable condition.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The blue team must have electronic locks installed out of the wiki.
Nice. Well, you can just use your trusty Flipper 0 and go ahead and clone that, right? If you wanted.
Well, I could try. Although that one...
you do you, Alex. I'm not... you're the game player, not me.
Okay, so I'm going to clone the ARFID badge. And we're going to shift into the data room itself. Now we're going to try, because we're cloning the badge, but we don't have the badge yet, so I'm gonna stick to social engineering because
That's
I
where you
don't
spend all
know.
your research, right?
Yeah, and also I don't know whether I have the badge yet because I've
Ah.
just queued it up this turn.
Yeah, you'd be
So
taking a pretty big gamble. It would be stacked in the queue correctly, but you have a potential to shoot yourself in the
it's
foot.
not guaranteed because my physical security skill isn't great. So let's see what happens. Okay, we talked our way into the server room.
No big deal. No big deal. I love it. Is this what it looks
And-
like, BSEC? Is this what it looks like, a server room? Oh, that's crazy. That's cool.
Okay, now while we're in here, first we need to look around and case the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Second, we add a little surprise package.
So can I see your action queue? Insider physical recon. So this will allow you to look around the server room for devices.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Like this is roughly equivalent to the server segment on the network map.
Mm-hmm.
So this is stuff like the SIAM AD server.
I love it, and then I love the rogue device leave behind, the persistence mechanism. Very cool.
Yeah. Said it's just if it happens, it happens.
Cactoid Jim calling him out. This organization is DED, dead.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Now I've found what I came. Okay, the rogue device didn't land. Well, now a little bit of a gameplay tip. There's only one Linux computer on the map, and it's the SIAM.
Oh, that is it. Oh God, Alex Goodwin is dropping knowledge bombs for game players. Like I said, I've played this game, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 times. Did not know that. Didn't pick up on that, but that's really good to know.
Okay, so we're going to just try to Trojan the SIAM because, as you've seen on other streams, that's what I'm doing next, Cactoid. But and then we'll leave a little surprise package because obviously I want to compromise their SIAM, so I shut down their threat reporting, which as Cactoid Jim said it in a much fancier way.
I like it, and it looks like your RFID badge was successfully cloned.
Yeah, so I should be able to stick around a little longer because hey, I've got a badge, it works, we swipe it, all that works. Okay,
I like
end turn because everyone's busy with Trojaning the SIAM and.
All right, good luck to you, Alex. I hope the RNG gods are good to you.
Rogue device. Okay, we got the rogue device, not the Trojan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to get annoying.
So, hey, a really interesting observation for me is that you don't need to enumerate the services and get more information about this computer to plant a Trojan on it, which I love. It saves you a turn or two.
Yeah, well, this is because you're physically walking up to it.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I believe it might actually be called an evil maid attack or something. I'm not sure. There's something that Bruce Schneier called it.
Yeah, evil maids typically, physical access to your laptop in your hotel room. Yeah.
All right, so we'll try the Linux box, and we've got to pick one of the servers. So we'll Trojan that side, and what the heck? Because it's network segmented. Let's do a host scan, see if there's anything we didn't spot physically.
So Alex, the Pony Express and the on-site pivot, those are the same thing?
No. Because the on-site pivot is essentially what I think it's how the game has to represent your access through like your kit while you're there. If I beat feet, the on-site pivot will disappear because I'm no longer on site.
I see.
But the rogue device will stay until blue team rumbles it.
Okay, cool. And you have been on site for about 3 or 4 turns, which is starting to get a little hairy. I'm starting to get a little anxious about you being there. So.
Oh, that's why I went for the badge. I said, it is probably a Trojan. And I just want to see what happens.
So the badge does more than just get you. It is an attack vector for moving around the facility. It also reduces the likelihood of detection.
I believe so. Looks so. All right, so we'll try keep on. Now, do I have any? And let's start while we're waiting. Start enumerating things.
I'm pretty surprised that Blue Team has continued to leave their AD server ransomware for multiple turns. That would be a tier 1, like all hands on deck. You good thing you wore your brown pants day.
Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to Trojan a couple other machines just to try to show something. And we are now assisting the constabulary with their inquiries. Man, I found a ready switch. Okay, how that should make us notorious enough. We can probably recruit more people. Remember, I did the pop ransomware, the spearfish, the campaign, got arrested. All of those boost your chances.
You are elite hacksaw. There's no question.
And obviously, everyone's busy, so let's just flick through. And of course, we're assisting the constabulary. We lose 3 actions for 3 turns. So there's no. I'm just going to flick through these next couple of turns.
BSEC making a practical observation that it's a junior analyst on a skeleton crew over a long holiday weekend, and that's why the thing's still ransomware, because they don't know what to do.
Could be.
Yeah.
Now. And well, I had a bit less than even chance, and she didn't come off.
Oh man, that stinks.
Don't worry. Okay, so now we'll buff up our because I'm still trying to show something off with this Trojaning thing.
Yep, the on-site hacker got arrested. Richard Gicharu in chat asking who got arrested.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got physical security revving. That helps with a lot of the recon. Obviously, we don't need to do recon in the server room again because we've already cased the joint. So, that first arrest would have generated about 3% threat intel, so nothing really problematic. You can get arrested just purely on threat intel. You can get arrested like about 6-7 times and not blow the 100% threat intel.
Nice. So. Okay, so you've got, how many Trojans do you have? None. Oh, okay.
I tried multiple times and none of them came off.
Nice, the old.
So I'm revving up the physical security. And then I said I'm just trying to show off something that our viewers may not be aware of. However, for that I need to actually get into the server room and have it actually land. All right. Now we keep beating feet. Actually, no, we can't. We've got to reclone our badge we've got taken off us.
The nerve, huh? The nerve of them to confiscate.
And also, it looks like the rogue device got cleaned up too.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, you would have seen that even if you were back at the hacker hangout, right?
I don't think I didn't get any notification for it. Not sure if that's how it's supposed to happen or.
Yeah, Aaron. If Aaron or any other testers are in chat, it'd be interesting what you guys think.
All right. So
BSEC's champion the blue team here.
And so because I've got the physical security recon running, I'm also going to take a breather, clone the badge, then try to make another run to the site. And if this doesn't work, I'll then probably have to switch over to break out from the server at the AD pivot.
All right, making big moves. Like big moves. I love it.
Okay. We have the ARFID card.
All right. Well, you work here now.
Pretty much that's the plan. Okay, so we got to shift. Now I'm 2 steps away from the so I'll rev that up. I'm 2 steps away from the server room, so let's try, now that we've got the card, let's try electronic entry.
Nice. 3 resources, 1 turn. Going YOLO.
Yeah. Sorry, yep, research for security, just because I need someone to occupy the time because I'm not bothering with dropping USBs.
Yeah, hey, you're not going to get any complaints from me, Alex. I'll be first in line to champion maximum resource utilization. It kills me if I even can't.
Yeah,
like if I
I've
spend
noticed.
one, yeah, it's
I've noticed.
it's too important.
All right, so, okay, we waltzed in with our badge.
Nicely done, Alex.
Now, obviously, we're going to move to the corporate data room, electronic. Now, this is where the order of actions, because this is actually, as the blurb says there, I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen, but you can see it when you go to change location in the game. The better your physical security skill, the better this chance has of succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a physical security research just landing, because that was queued up last turn. That'll land, take effect, and then I'll go into the server room.
Perfect.
Assuming, of course, DI Linstead doesn't inform me you're nicked, you don't have to say anything, etc., etc., etc.
That's funny. We got chat here, BSEC saying that on-site security is straight Carlin it, just missing. Oh, looks like
yeah,
they're on to you.
yeah. Well, let's see. What do we do? It's probably because the beat broke stride on the perimeter. Oh, so
the clock started counting down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try recruit. Let's see. Should I try recruiting hackers again? Reckon, or should I?
I would. I love increasing my resource pool.
All right. It looks like. Okay, because everyone's going to be busy, so just flick through these next couple of turns.
Damn, Ciso fired.
Yeah, because remember I had those two boxes bleeding out.
Wow, well done, Alex. So just that early turn 2 or 3 exfil disruptive malware was enough.
No, that was turn 6 or 7 because I popped the box T6.
Wow. Really well done. 47 minutes, turn 34, and not even like a venomous strike, right? You weren't operating like an assassin looking to just mow through this company. You were actually demonstrating to us in chat what can be done in the platform from the red team. So let's break down what's going on here from the report, Alex. What jumps out to you first?
Well, blue team really got a wriggle on. They didn't muck around on their budget. They had made 4 attempts over 34 turns, so around about 1 attempt every 8 turns or so, before counting any spin up, which is usually 5-6 turns at the start, where you can sort of get the budget defender thing, get the extra 10 grand, sort of run down your initial cash to get things set up like segment, 2-factor authentication, a couple other things.
Yeah. You know what? A couple of things that jump out to me. First of all, you have 102% resource utilization, which makes me if I could put.
I think that might be a bug.
No, well, I know, but for the sake of this discussion, you're over 100%, which is near and dear to my heart. So if I could stick heart emojis on my eyeballs right now, I would for what you've done. But looking at them, they've remediated 0 vulnerabilities, so that's not good. You had their AD controller ransomware, which is very overt to the blue team, and they made no effort to resolve it at all. Look at that at the top. 0 detected, 0 resolved. How do you not detect when the box is ransomware? It's they tell you, the bad guys tell you it's ransomware.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to the results. Blue team network. Yeah, I only had the 2 compromised. I was aiming for this sucker. But and that threat intel is purely from me getting arrested twice. Yeah,
it is interesting. There's been discussion on this channel from Clint about the value that ransomware from a P&L loss perspective, what that generates and how the OT and the engineering workstations and the PLS data historian, how those are all the valuable assets. But, you just had the DC. I don't know if the developers have rebalanced the value of IT infrastructure, but it's quite surprising how valuable that AD server was.
I had the AD server for 20 plus turns.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you had gotten the data historian, how many turns do you reckon it would have been? Roughly.
Less.
Okay.
Oh, probably. So I haven't actually gone out and measured it. So, but I'd probably say if I had the full whole hog, like exfil, disruptive malware, and active ransomware, probably say 10 turns, maybe. So that's off the top of my head and not knowing the internals of the code.
Yeah, but still, like 2 times faster, 3 times faster is kind of roughly what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's just the word. Obviously, if you've got both historians ransom, blue team's having a very bad day.
Yeah.
Because you're in the process zone.
Yeah, it's not good. BSEC actually mentions how funny it is that the goober that was checking social media from the AD server keeps their job, whereas the CISO, who was definitely not or should not have been in the AD server at all, was fired. In fact, that was kind of the disposition of this. So tough day for the CISO, but in real life, they probably would have gotten a more appealing resume from having dealt with a AD ransomware attack, right? So you kind of win. You kind of win either way if you don't get ransomware or if you do get ransomware. So
yeah. So yeah, because that sort of ran a bit shorter, I actually was wondering because I a couple of things, like one of the things I was talking about earlier, if you go a second round with a known seed, just sort of like a demonstrate, this is one thing that can happen if you're up to that, and if the viewers want to see it.
So you want to do it right now? You're thinking?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It looks like system patches. Yeah, it looks actually. Yeah, Cactoid. Yeah, it looks like restore loop. That's a very late asset inventory.
Yeah, I mean, if you think we can rip through it in about 7 minutes, Alex, we could totally jump into that.
All right.
So we're gonna do another one, Alex. Can you just jump in, and while you're setting it up, explain exactly what this short demo, the second short demo that we're going to.
Well, what I'm aiming to replicate here is actually landing a spearfish on an existential risk.
Okay. And this is staged essentially. Yeah,
because I'm replaying a known seed. This is just try to something a little different, just to say yes, this can work.
All right, yeah, let's see it.
All right, play, single player, red team.
Yeah,
pipeline just because.
Keep going. Yep.
Yeah, pipeline just because that's to reproduce what I'm aiming for. Okay. Start is very much similar. OSINT. Yes. Persistence and electronic SE.
Alex, can you get rid of? There's a Discord pop-up in the right corner. Is there a way to? Thank you.
They got it.
Yep, it's all set.
Yeah, that was the Discord install thing. Okay, yep. So we'll flick through that because everyone's busy.
So right now we are watching Alex Goodwin play ThreatGEN Red versus Blue, a cybersecurity game-based simulation platform. And we just played through one time, and Alex demonstrated a couple different techniques and ultimately won as the red team threat actor. And now we're playing again in a hyper accelerated version for Alex to demonstrate a very specific win condition. Yeah.
Jim, freely use the seed against the AI, but generally not against another player unless they're specifically agreeing to it.
Yeah, that would be downright cold.
Yeah, like obviously if they agree to it, fair enough, but otherwise don't join the game.
Yeah.
All right, everyone's busy, so I'll flick through these 2 turns. Okay. Now the spearfish is resolving next turn. So I'm going to search default credentials.
Nice.
Just to basically just something to fill up the meter.
Got to get at that 100+% threat utilization. I mean, resource utilization.
Something landed. Bingo.
Okay, so damn. All right, so turn 5, you did a spearfish and nailed the engineer workstation.
Turn 3, actually, let me just check. No, I did not. Turn 3, I launched the spearfish. I landed the HMI PC, not the engineering workstation. That would be EW some number. That's operator PCS some number.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then of course, because I've popped an X risk, damage ICS process is the next up. Boom.
Damn. So, wow. And I don't know if blue team could have done anything about that.
You can. You got to be lucky. Run an early vuln hunt. Fix because I think what you'll find is there's a weak on that X risk. There's a weak antivirus vuln. So if you can find that and fix that, you can defend it. If you can also try an early, if you can fit it in 2-factor authentication. I'm not sure if it'll even work.
Yeah. But it just goes to show you all these assets in this environment and, turns, 6 turns and Alex is able to basically just mow through this blue team operator. So yeah, very effective. You can see the pipelines are on fire. Yes.
Yeah. Go back to the scoreboard. Yeah.
Look at, they already requested budget. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, and they got it.
Yeah. Just goes to show you, money doesn't solve everything in the InfoSec world.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump. Okay. Yes, Jim, there is always a way. Carry, this was a sort of a canned, prepared game that I already knew what was doing and the steps I was taking. I'm basically replaying a game from earlier just to show you guys this is also something that can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really well done. Alex, thank you so much for giving us that essentially masterclass. That's what I'll call it because it really was in advanced gameplay, game mechanics of the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue platform. It really, I learned several things. Thank you for that. I hopefully chat learned several things. Any kind of final thoughts, Alex, before we head on out?
Well, it's probably. I think I learned a bit just by going through it and explaining it to you and the guys in chat. And thanks for some brilliant questions from the guys in chat and forced me to think through a couple of things I was working on.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, guys. I probably learned a bit from teaching it. As that I did that second one because the first game sort of bled out quicker than I was expecting, and I'm thinking, well, let's just give you guys a bit more to watch.
Yeah, no, it's fun too. Yeah. Like the ICS blow up is always a fun win condition.
So hopefully, guys in chat, you had some fun, learned something.
I love it. Yeah, and if you haven't, you can join here. I wish we had a better URL for it, but you could take a screen cap of that if you want to join the ThreatGEN Discord server. Alex Goodwin is up in that server with some frequency. And Alex, do you take challenges or challengers for heads up play?
Yeah, sometimes. And said one thing I do tend to is I'm on Australian Eastern Standard Time, GMT plus 10, because it's currently 2:30 a.m. here. But yeah, I do try to take challenges, and also I do try to debrief afterwards, just to go through how like sort of what we did here, but in a bit more forensic and in-depth fashion. Because I'm trying to help people become better players, and so just more people trying things, then they're going to discover stuff which I haven't even thought of.
Yeah, really well put. So guys, join the Discord server. Say hi to Alex in chat. I will say, I did win the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue Invitational 2022 tournament back in September. And I feel that had you been in the tournament, Alex, I may have gotten my clock cleaned. So,
was
you know,
effective.
kudos to
The
you,
other
man.
two, the other David E and Greg, the other two beta testers, would have probably given you even more of a run for your money.
Well, maybe we can set up exhibitions with them at some point in the future. But
I can't speak for them, but yeah.
absolutely.
All right,
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna round it out. So much. Thank you so much, Alex. I know it's late in Australia, and genuinely appreciate you staying up with us and delivering your thoughts, your gameplay, and your value to all of us in chat and myself on stream. Guys, we do this every Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Let's Play. We do different things with the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue platform. If you're interested in the game that we were just playing, maybe you want to be the blue team, maybe the red, maybe you want to learn cybersecurity, maybe you love cybersecurity and you just want to play it, go to threatgen.com to learn more about how to get on this platform and start cracking away on the cybersecurity game-based simulation platform that it is. All right, everybody, on behalf of Alex and myself, thank you very much for being here, and we will see y'all next Wednesday at 11:30. Cheers, everybody.
Bye, guys.